Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, this is a fun run. It's very much a lot of feeling it out, and it's kind of dangerous the entirety of the time. But it'll be kind of fun. So the intro stage, we're at the Robot Museum. Slide dashes. Play a little safe in this section. Okay, cool. So these moles are random. However, if you're doing like solid speedrun attempts, you can kind of manipulate what happens in the first stage. After that, the randomness gets a little unruly, but basically what it means is that there's a few thresholds that we can try to hit, and it looks like we're on a decent seed. But yeah, anyways, the starting stage of this game is a little intense compared to most other games, and it definitely like throws you in your if you can make it through the intro stage, you kind of know what's coming for the rest of the game. Because even this screen here is like rough compared to a lot of other Mega Mans in terms of starting out. A lot of the later games have kind of intro stages that kind of get you warmed up, and this one definitely throws you in. So here we are. Unfortunately, our friend Proto Man is going downtown. Like, doesn't even hit once and is sliced in half. Like, destroyed. So naturally, Rockman has to go overboard. And our adversary this time is King. I don't know who Wily is, but it's all about King. Alright, we're gonna try to mash. Depends on the blue, or the pattern. If you get a slow starting left pattern, it's just like really sad. Alright, just not fast enough. And that's what happened. Basically, you try to go for a clear jump, but if it's too slow on the bottom, you just like hit the ooze and it messes up. But basically, you can if you're really fast and you get a good pattern, you can one cycle them.
You can't just like mash out in this game, right? You have to rhythmically shoot.
It depends. On that boss, you actually can.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, on a fair amount of them, you'll see the snowman in this stage. You have to do that. That's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, we go to Coldman. Coldman's weapon is very, very powerful. The ice wall. It's good for utility. It's good for movement. And very, very strong weapon. So we want to get that as soon as possible.
Makes the Mega Man category playable, pretty much.
Yeah. So this snowman right here is what we're talking about.
It's awkward, like half the amount of iframes a normal boss does. Probably less than that, actually. This game has crazy iframes on its bosses.
Enemies do big damage. These dump cannons coming up will do 6 damage on contact.
Yeah, this game is notoriously hard. Like, I think most people say it's like the hardest classic Mega Man to kind of go through casually as Mega Man.
Yeah, for sure. Totally different games with it. Well, it's the same game, but
you play it, yeah, the way it's played is completely different.
Jump over everything. Hopefully you don't mess this up.
Oh man, thanks to the goofy like damage boost mechanics in this game to save you.
Yes.
Alright, everyone get settled in.
This one's not so bad. Forte is the one that takes me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because getting 3 damage is pretty good.
You can actually charge, yeah.
Usually you do some deboost strats here, but I took a bit more damage than that, right? So he's going to start spawning clouds soon, and I have to basically wait for them to go away, so I can only do 1 damage, and then I charge and do 3. If I had enough health, I could tank through them, get to the right side and clear on the upper left, but I'm a little sketchy on health. But anyways, yeah, ice wall. It's Burner Man's weakness, which is where we're going next, but then we can also use it in Burner Man to do some quick maneuvering.
Burner Man. I've been using this guy as the butt end of my joke on Torchman stage in Mega Man 11. It reminded me so much of Burner Man. It's a real difficult stage.
Yeah. Torchman's great. I did not confirm. Yeah, in a lot of old classic Mega Mans, if you stage select, miss stage select, it's a gigantic penalty. I almost did it, so. Okay. Yeah, this stage has long stretches without checkpoints, and it's really tough if you're familiar with the game.
Yeah, the instant kill mechanics of this firewall, it's hard to predict. It's going to take a few trial and error attempts going through it the first time. But already seeing the ice wall put to some use, just essentially giving you a double jump wherever you want it.
Yeah.
And we'll see some further abuse of it later on. Yo.
Yeah. So these sections, I mean, you can easily do them without it, but it just absolutely speeds it up. Cool. So yeah, we get this giant trap section, and it's always the same. So if you memorize and you have a specific set of slides and jumps, you'll be pretty safe. Coming up right here. And you'll see me doing reverse damage boosting a lot. This game and Mega Man 8 have very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very different damage boosting than a lot of the other classic games. But that went pretty well. This is a scary screen, so let's see what happens.
Still beats Mega Man 11's boosting.
I'm gonna put this in because this boost over here. We gotta try after this. Kill this guy for a little bit of extra. Burner Man can just go a little squeeze. So reverse deboost this one, and then clear this. Good. That's one of the worst sections to try to figure out, because yeah, you kind of get trapped at the end there with two enemies, and then you can also hit the telly and knock down flames, and it's just over. And this is not good. That's fine. It's like almost better to just like take the death. You mess it up from the beginning.
Yeah, there's pretty interesting weakness mechanics in this boss fight. You can kill him really fast.
Yeah.
Not only does it do damage when you hit him, but pushing him into the spikes just does incredible damage.
Yeah, like this. We're also clustering to mess with his iframes, because ordinarily it would be stunned for longer.
Okay.
But if you buster him when he goes into the pit, he resets as if he got hit by a buster instead of his weakness, so his iframes are halved, and then you can kind of chain him.
So Buster has when you use Buster on Robot Master, it's a different iframe period than like any special weapon, I guess.
Yeah, and it only in this fight, because the whole spike mechanic is that like you can buster him even during iframes, and it sets the Buster iframes instead of the
okay,
weapon.
Overrides the weapon iframes. Weird.
Yeah. There's not too many wonky mechanics on boss fights, but that's definitely one of them. A lot of them are pretty straight, just straight iframes. This is our last stage without the counterattacker. We'll be getting that next, so we're just kind of doing straight damage to the bosses. Pretty soon we're going to be damage boosting throughout the stage to get under 8 HP so that we deal, under 8 HP, and we'll do +2 damage to any attack. But that's not yet. This is the last stage without it. This is a pretty simple stage. There's a zip that you can do up there, but it's pretty inconsistent. Time test is pretty massive if you don't get it in the first try. So we hang out to this ladder and go right, you can make that fall. The whale here.
Whoa, okay. Mega Man X whale.
You'll see Ice Wall can kind of give you a little bit of propulsion, so watch this here. Right there, it like inches you forward. Just
pushes you out of its hitbox.
Yeah. We're going to be using Ice Wall a lot later to do zips, but it's really nice even in this stage to just like give you that little bit of boost.
So this is a total failure of rock, paper, scissors mechanics? I mean, fire against the water guy? Sure, okay.
This fight, there's nothing too interesting. Just kind of like always try to spam while he is running at 5 frames. What's interesting is that he's got 28 health, and your weapon does 3 damage underwater, but it does 4 damage if you happen to hit him outside of the water. So if the water level's going down and he jumps up, you can deal 4 damage to perfectly math it out. Instead of doing 27 damage,
okay.
you can do 28. But it's very rare.
You can kill him in 9 hits instead of 10. Gotcha.
Okay, so now we're going to visit this area. So you need to come here at least sometime during your playthrough so that you can prove that you've collected the 8 weapons. However, when you come here, you collect these bolts and they're worth 100 each, and we need to afford 2 things from this shop. So we come here now after clearing 3 stages, and then we're going to go to the shop.
I always thought it was pretty cool that every weapon has some unique utility to it to make a puzzle like this. I kind of wish there was a longer weapon-based puzzle section that had like more screens for each. Would be pretty cool.
That's what I like about in Mega Man E when you go to Swordman stage. That is a mechanic.
Okay, that's part of the stage. Yeah, there's like 4 different.
Okay, so we're gonna buy counter attacker. We'll just explain in a second. Energy balancer and spike guard. We're out. We're gonna go to Astro Man. So Astro Man is not part of the weakness order, but we're going to be getting Lightning Bolt from Dynamo Man so that we can execute Zips and Ground Man and potentially and Magic Man. So yeah, counterattacker, when you have less than 8 HP, you'll do +2 damage to any attack. And basically the strats from here are by the time you get to the boss, you want to be critical HP. So.
And it's kind of the cornerstone from here on out, like main mechanic of this speedrun is you're going to be spending a lot of time at 7 HP or less.
Yeah, 7 HP is like the magic number because it's like the most safe you can be going into a fight and still dealing critical damage. Once you get into that like 2-3 HP area or 1, I guess, it just gets scarier and scarier. I'm gonna wait for this guy. It's really nasty. Okay, we're gonna execute a door zip here. Hopefully you won't mess it up. Basically, you're supposed to play Simon Says, but if you line yourself nicely, you can just go to
Yo, and that's just the beginning.
It's unfortunate health drop, so that's one of the harder parts of running this game, is that you're trying to damage moves throughout the stage to get your HP down, and then somebody just drops a big HP, and you're suddenly forced to deal with pivoting. So like in this case, I'm going to take a hit off the crunch ran up here. So while I'm waiting for this puzzle, I'm going to take a hit. I'm going to skip a little bit of this, not much. I'm trying to do this for the first time, it's been awful. So I'll try to do this again. It's a little far away, but...
So normally you have to solve like 3 of those, I guess, per screen, or before it opens the door for you, or?
Oh no, that one you just do it once.
Oh, okay. So it's not that much of a time savings, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at like 10 HP now. I need to just jump. He either has 2 patterns where it's diagonal or it'll come down. So I'm just gonna do a regular jump, try to take some damage. Satellites do 2, and it'll be enough. Good. So now I'm in critical. So you'll see I do 5 damage instead of 3 for a buster or a charge buster. He has some really wonky hitboxes for certain things, so his pattern is slow, but nice. Same thing.
Spending so much time in the air, I mean, it's critical that you have that. So what's the upgrade called?
Counter attacker.
The counter attacker.
Yeah. And his weakness only does 4 to him anyways, so when you do fully charged buster, you're doing 5, so it definitely justifies coming there first, because you don't get any other time save from having magic card in here, which is his actual weakness. Copy vision's really cool. It's used to distract certain enemies to attack the copy instead of you. It's actually decently powerful, and it is Dynamo Man's weakness. Alright, so this is like part of the reason why we come here. Actually, it's the main reason that we do this route deviation to get the lightning bolt. both between Ice Wall and Lightning Bolt, we can execute zips. So right, this stage, this is my favorite phase. Yeah, this stage. This guy. So there's a conveyor section here, but we can do this Ice Wall ride most of this. This doesn't work here. And now we're gonna reverse damage boost into this guy. One more Ice Wall. Then I'm gonna turn around here and let it propel us to the end.
That's a pretty clear, significant time savings just riding that ice wall.
Yeah, for sure. It hurts like real deep when you get a huge HP drop when you're trying to manage your HP. But it is what it is. It makes it safer for sure.
Yeah, at least it doesn't slow down, doesn't freeze time when
Yeah.
the HP drops thanks to the SNES Mega Man games.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, you can use Wave Burner to light this place up. I'm gonna skip the health here. This can be kind of laggy, we have to be a little bit careful. Sometimes reverse damage boosting on this situation is faster than trying to gun down the enemy because they leave behind some debris, which is gonna slow you down. So I know I need to manage my HP, so I'm gonna jump this one, reverse damage boost this one, and it should be settled. So when you get into a next boss, or any boss, you can see when, during your standing animation, if you're just panting like this, it means you're critical. Sometimes it's hard to read specifically how much health you have, but if he's making this animation, that means you're good. So this is gonna do 4 damage instead of 2, which is incredibly significant for this fight. This is regarded as one of the harder fights to try to figure out your first time because of this mechanic.
Yeah, pretty unique in this. I mean, it's like the only boss I can think of that actually heals itself normally.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a good stage. Now get the lightning bolt. Or watch out for the typo, but yeah. So the lightning bolt allows us to zip. So it's a weird mechanic that we're going to be able to use the ice wall to get inside of walls into a few pixels into the wall, and then it messes with the collision, and then for some reason, I don't really understand, if you use lightning bolt, it kind of like derails your momentum, and you'll either go shot up or shot down, or any of the 8 directions based on what you're holding, the opposite direction. I think it'll make a little more sense as we get into it. Depending on what new boosts I take on the first 2 screens. I potentially get 1, but you take 2. Be careful in this upcoming section. So I'm going to need boosting through these enemies and getting down to critical for the mini boss. I'm going to try to execute zip on the mini boss, but if I fail it once or twice, I mean, I very well could die because I'm going to be critical, but I think it's worth trying. It's a good zip. This guy out. So this is the mini boss. You can soft lock if you kill him before this first animation, so I have to be a little bit late with the timing on purpose like that. I'm gonna attempt to do a zip. Try one more time. Yeah. I'm gonna skip a zip here. That's fine. I'm gonna do a zip right here. So this is setting up the ice wall zips. You're gonna see me like propel to the right if I get this. It's a very weird and finicky time. If I don't get it, it's not the end of the world, but I'd like to. There you go. So you see me go back, and then now I'm just like.
So that's a thing?
Yeah. It's a very wonky mechanic in terms of trying to propel yourself backwards from the ice wall off.
So the fast weapon switching in this is really starting to pick up now. I don't think 7 had fast switching, did it? This might be the first one.
So this doesn't allow you to cancel what's on the screen, which is why I've been pressing pause. I think it's basically the same as 7 here. 8 allows you to swap while weapons are still on the screen.
Yeah, and they stay on the screen too.
Yeah, that's the case here. This guy does massive damage to 6. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
Alright, gotta be careful here. Okay. you do a lightning bolt, you're temporarily invincible. So you can use some janky pause mechanics to get through it. Yeah, Ground Man, contact damage is 6. You have 28 health. Most of his weapons do 4, and any of the larger drills do 5. Yeah, Spread Drill gets to see ones that they're. Magic Man is definitely the hardest of the air robots, in my opinion, and that's last. Next up is Tango Man, which is probably the easiest.
Oh yeah, so Tango Man and Astro Man are also in 8. Is there any reason for that, or does anybody know?
I think part of the lore is that in the intro stage, King raids the robot museum for valuables, and he also takes those 2 with him, which are apparently in the robot museum.
Okay, so this came out after 8.
It did, yeah.
So that okay. So they're sort of retired to the robot museum, and he stole them. Got it. The lore, it checks out.
It's interesting. I mean, I think it's like they were just lazy.
Probably.
It's
probably one of
plus. I think that's how it's canonically tied in. Dying during this first session kind of sucks, but we should be okay. Wait, checkpoint next screen. Copy of it in here. That was a little spicy. Cool. Now we have one. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the more simple stages. Once you get past that section, there's not too much to the stage. It's really tough to damage boost quickly through the stage and not lose time. But what's nice about Tango Man, see, now I got a huge HP. Just lost all that positioning progress. It's fine though, because Tango Man only takes 5 hits instead of 4 if you're not counterattacker. It's just like very weak to Spread Drill. It'll take either 6 damage or 8. So it's either 5 hits. Here, I'm going to use Cloud out of the way, and actually this worked out pretty nicely.
7 HP? Yeah.
Wasn't the fastest stage, but it's cool. So yeah, watch Tango Man's nose here. It's like short at first, then it extends. Very simple to this guy. I'm gonna play this little stage.
Oh, nice sound effect.
I love the background here. It's so good. Okay. One last Robot Master. Magic Man is definitely the most chaotic. You have to do some ice wall, I don't know, maneuvering that's tough. You're over the section that you're supposed to wait for a train so you can get by it quickly. We might see lightning bolt saves. So in this game, when you execute lightning bolt, upon leaving the lightning bolt animation after you use it, you have a 2-frame window to execute another double jump. So it can save you if you're about to die. So in the instance, I think it'll just make sense when you try to do it. I may have to either stall midair with the lightning bolt to wait for the train to come, or I can use it to try to execute double jump depending on the scenario. So this is the section you're supposed to use the train to kind of wait what we're gonna do. So
Oh yeah, this is trivialized by Forte. That's right.
yeah. So here, we do ice wall. This is the tricky part. So we made that. So here, I'll try to use all this stuff, but if I don't.
Okay. So you can change weapons to break out of that.
I think we're fine.
Okay.
But yes, you can. And that's really nice. I was almost had it, but I couldn't. Actually got the heart. Okay, so we're going to try to execute zip from down here. That's 1 HP, so I'm going to try to zip to this wall. I'm going to do one more. Wait, yeah, it's okay. I want to save 2. And this thing is coming down regardless, so this one isn't so significant, but the one next hit is more significant. It's very finicky. Yeah, it's very finicky to try to land this. But if you get the first try, you can obviously skip up. Okay, so the health is pretty high. Basically, here. Okay, it's okay. This is definitely slower, but I can damage boost once, but if you start to mess it up, real quick. So I'm gonna wait this one out. This is the intent way to do it, but yeah, if you zip, you can just kind of get past all of it. It's fine. So I'm gonna damage boost this guy.
That's 7 once again.
Okay. So Magic Man is actually one of the hardest Buster-only fights. His patterns. So basically, he never gets stunned unless you have his weakness, like a lot of bosses. But when he has many different attacks. A lot of them spawn multiple like small enemies that you have to try to gun down. And he has like this barrier attack that if you try to buster him, it like turns it against you. It's actually really tough to get through without his weakness. Yeah, that's 8 robots. We're gonna go to that side stage again, clear out all of the crystals, and then go back to the shop one more time. Okay. Yes, kind of back to the rest of these. We are gonna pick up these bolts. Again, these are 100 each. And yeah, we have another shop visit to do. Just to be safe, I'll pick up one more than I usually do so that I can afford one-ups. I'm not too worried about it, but King 2 and 3 can always and again, you have to do this in order to get to the final area. The shop revisit is to get something that's going to allow us to perhaps do a quick kill on the final boss. And it's a pretty tight window, but it's worth going. And it's worth going to the shop. We're also going to have a quick card, which allows us to charge the buster. And it's like very fast. You can execute before charge busters. I'm not sure of the frame window, but it's very quick. Shop. Grab this item. King stages. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think it'll make sense when we get to Wily 3 to explain what the potential quick kill is.
You know shit's real when you go left at the beginning of the stage, so. Yo! Alright.
Okay. Yeah, this skips the big section. You really don't want to do that. Okay, here we are. King 1. I think this scene is really fun. Music.
Yeah, the King theme is awesome. I love the stage music. And the boss music, too. They're real intense songs, mirroring the feeling of playing this casually, like, perfectly. These are incredibly difficult stages. Not the stage I don't think is too bad, but the bosses are really are kind of unintuitive. Pretty trial and error.
Okay, so yeah, you can do a nice ice wall jump to clear that bottom section. It's not too much time, so it is quite nice. Alright, I mean, not much I can do about it. Usually you wait for this guy, but that's too much help.
Oh, that foreground.
This one, this section is pretty scary. These pits are, let's jump here. It's fine. Just,
Okay.
let's, enemy disaster. So these are rhinoceros, these can't damage.
Okay.
But
Good for this run.
Perfect for getting into critical. Alright, so this is a 10 amino chrono. This is so Mega Man 8 Wily 1 boss is this times 4. This is the prototype for a lava pit. You have to be very careful at the end of this because the lava, the platform will just drop into the lava if you're not ready for it. So he's about to die.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't jump off, it just goes in the lava. And you
Yeah, that's pretty cheap. That's pretty damn cheap.
So King 2 is a 3-part stage. Most people play this game. This is like a major.
Yeah. This is a real tough, like, respawn or checkpoint mechanic, right?
Yeah. And this game doesn't have E-tanks.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just have to like learn it and get. The weapon energy is a little rough, but luckily they do fill you up pretty nicely in this first stage. Really, we're just trying to manage our ice wall and lightning for the most part, and then near the end, we want to manage remote mine because we're using that to set up the final boss quick kill if we can get it. Those guys can grab you, you have to mash to get out. It's actually really tough. They eat your bolts, which are your currency. Luckily at this point, it doesn't really matter.
And no health bar on these bosses.
Yeah,
so
it's messed up.
It's, adds to the stress.
Okay. Wait this one out. This guy is really hard to figure out the first time. Like, that didn't hit. And that was clearly in his. Yeah, this guy is notoriously random.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna wait for the front pattern because I don't want to waste any more energy. Luckily, this guy doesn't do that much damage, but he's still quite scary. Those bombs do a lot of damage. They do about 5. I think they do 5. So that hits. But use another one. Fortunate. Okay. We can use lightning bolt. This is faster.
Like 1 for 4 on those.
Yeah.
I guess you can't really tell what is effective since you don't see a life bar, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's rough. Alright, so here we can swap to end card. Make sure that we get it in time. Alright, good. You can use ice wall to do it in one shot, but he's too close to the wall. Here.
And yeah, so that was hard enough. That first section with that first boss is enough for a stage, but no, that's like a third of it.
That's right. Alright, our HP is a little low, so I'm going to try to kill this guy. And then deboost once here. I think I'm at 8. Yeah, so I'm going to take one more hit. Should put me at 5. So this is King Plane. And yeah, King Plane, you have to wait for him to come down. This guy has a very interesting property in that if you perfectly overlap your weapons, he actually just extends his iframes and doesn't take any damage. No other boss is like that, so you have to not completely perfectly overlap your spread drills.
One of those things where you get punished for being too good.
Yeah. So like here, if I was like perfectly timing it, I have to let some iframes. I just missed that one. Also, the hitbox is super weird. So I'm gonna do a. So you can use spread drill to literally. Yeah. So that was I just missed. To actually spread, and you can use it to get the opening on the. I need that. Okay. Sorry. There's a lot happening. I purposely die here to skip. It's about like 30 seconds of just going over the platforms, and then you start the next stage. But as long as you kill the boss, you can just start the third part of the stage. And this is the part that gets most people. The king fight's tough. The boss after it's tough. King Jet Robo, but we're gonna need to execute a zip.
There's 4 bosses in this stage. That's right.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate miss. Okay, so we're gonna use the ice wall to come over here and blow it up. Pick up. Okay. But yeah, that's intended. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, intended, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna fill up on this. So our weapon energy is good. So we need to zip past this guy.
First try.
Alright.
Hey,
Good.
alright.
So this is still stressful. So hold on. Okay, good. So I need to move 1 pixel down in order to execute that. If you go past what's effectively 5 bumps down. I say pixel, it's not right. It's like a few pixels. But if you go too far, you'll just fall off the bottom of the screen and die. So you have to be really careful. Basically, what you do is you jump and then execute lightning bolt, and then you have to press pause and buffer a few frames. I'm purposely taking damage here and clear the screen. Yeah, one survived, but that's fine. This guy's hitbox is very finicky, and yeah, he's giving me good patterns. I'll explain in a second. Okay. I think I can clear here. So he's got enough health, I think. So watch his health. So he had 6 health, and lightning bolts do 3 ordinarily when you're in counterattacker. But for some reason, this boss, when he has enough damage that 2 hits would kill him, it'll like do double damage on the last hit and just.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. Only that boss. Yeah, King Plane has a weird thing. Jet King Robo has a weird thing. So this is the final stage. This is kind of like Mega Man 1 in that you'll fight, I guess Mega Man X as well, that you'll fight all the bosses throughout the stage, rather than having like a refight section.
Yeah, there's little things like that, plus like the stage select screen. I mean, they just, not including the numbered entry in the series, they're purposely just kind of throwing off the formula, just in small ways.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm purposely damage boosting him at 5 HP. One more hit after this. Then we have to do a nice wall jump, or nice reverse
Moonwalk, alright.
Okay, yeah, so you'll notice the game lags after the bosses despawn. So this guy hits me with a horn, 1 HP, this gets 9 HP, I'm going to take 1 damage, I'm sorry, 1 hit from this guy, 2 HP. And
Can't really avoid that health drop, huh? That health at the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so hopefully satellites. Okay. So this is a good pattern, it's a little unruly, but you can do a lot of damage. So now he's going to come out of this.
We saw this, we did not see this during the other fight.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot slower. Okay.
Oh yeah, that lag spike right there.
Yeah, exactly. After all the bosses despawn, that happens. So we're gonna wait this one out. I think I do have Spike Guard, but I'll save it. And here we're gonna use Lightning Bolt. It's actually really nasty to try to clear that out with Tengu Blade, and you still have to wait for the Met anyways. So here we're gonna use Buster instead of his weakness, because we can do 5 damage a hit instead of 4 now. But we do need to swap over after this hit, because this attack, you can't actually stop him without the copy vision, so. Oh, come on. Cancel too early. It's fine. Okay. 3 down.
That's pretty crazy considering the counter-attacker strat in this stage. It's not only little stage sections, but every boss you have to fight, you have to do all of this with 7 or less HP. I mean, I guess you're going up and down every now and then when you have to, but it just illustrates how strict this run is. Like, if you told me, like, running Mega Man 2, you're gonna do the refights at 7 HP the whole time, so forget it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of lenient. I'm actually gonna blind right now. I'm gonna play this super safe because I can do 3 damage.
Oh, like a minor weakness, or does that do damage? Good damage to like every boss?
So he only took 1 damage from it, but because of counterattacker,
it's
3,
always
just enough. Yeah. So it's a really nice backup, especially with lightning bolts.
Even an uncharged Buster shot does 3 on bosses. Huh.
Yeah. So it's like everybody's a glass cannon in this game. Okay. So this will only take 2 hits instead of 3 this time. Alright, this is the hardest zip in the game. It's called the coin zip. CC roll shows up. He's in Mega Man 8. CC is the tank, or the truck that shows up in Turbo Man.
Oh, okay.
7. So it's like a small little lore thing. If you can zip the screen, it's really nice, but it's very laggy. Alright.
Okay, you're still
a little bit further. One more. Okay, good.
Yeah, just like before, you want to stay on screen because you can't soft block during that?
That's right. Yeah. If you execute a slide during any of that and you're in the wrong position, you will just straight up soft lock. So zips are definitely not like friendly. You have to navigate them. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the right side. I'm a little worried with the HP. But yeah, that was good. We got 2 more bosses, and then the final boss. I somehow missed him. Okay. All right. A nice 4 HP for this guy. I don't have a ton of grenades or remote mines. Okay. This is a nice pattern to start with, but I'm gonna need Swamp Buster now. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of slow, but it's relatively safe, hopefully. Alright, we're good. This is, the game doesn't lag too much, but if you're, just feel it, the lag in this section, we're going to be relatively safe here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's 7 HP. Cool. Alright, so this is Tengu Man, the last of the bosses, and then we're going to try to keep this HP, should be fine, through the final stretch. Try to execute a quick kill on the last boss. The last boss, trying to fight him normally is very doable. I need to go to the right, that's unfortunate. But it is pretty strenuous. So, usually what happens is he goes over to the right and you can dunk him in the pit there. Okay, anyways, here we are. Final boss. We're going to do the first phase kind of strangely and try to set up a quick kill, but let's see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Do the
crazy
reverse.
quick kill, yeah. Best of luck.
Let's see. I'll try to explain if it goes well, and otherwise, we'll explain it later. But right now, I'm just trying to spend all of my remote mines, which is what we're going to use to set this up. After this, we're going to put this on, and now we're going to kind of bait him close to the corner while getting him down to 1 HP. I also need to manage my HP as well. Alright, so we're going to try it now. Oh, sorry. Alright, I messed it up. So, what you try to do is get hit, restore your energy. Come on. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely sketch. Okay. Well, let's try
it again?
Let's try it again. Yeah. You get hit by his missile, and you have a buster shot out to do enough damage to kill him. So the buster shot kills him, you restore your remote mine, which the game doesn't expect you to have remote mine if he's about to die and there's buster out. And then, I'll just play this safe, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Because trying to set up the deboost from here is going to take too long. So we'll just finish this out. But yeah, but basically you can kind of set it up so that you hit him with a remote mine on the top right as he spawns into second phase, and then you detonate it, which you can detonate in between the cutscene. And then his HP is at 0 and starts to go up to 28, but you can kill him right away.
Like the stuff like that's not just an animation; it's literally 0 HP counting up.
Yeah. It's really cool. This guy has some really weird interphase iframes. Like when he leaves the screen, his iframes pause whenever he's off. So it's like he still has some iframes coming out of certain. So there they fade away. But if you hit him, like watch, if I hit him with lightning bolt now, alright, you take damage. It's not a good example. But basically, it's like if I hit him at the end of one phase, he'll carry over the iframes to the next.
They consistently spawning him within range to kill him with just the buster?
No,
like he
this is
doesn't...
just nice. This is
Oh,
good
okay.
pattern.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. One more hit. Actually, that went pretty well. Cool.
Okay.
That's time.
43-28.
Alright. Alright. That's Rockman Forte. It was a little sketchy here and there, but it's all good. Finished it.
GG, dude.
It's a fun game. GG. Alright. I think that's mostly it. Then we're rocking some Zooter scenes.